With the kids almost out of school for the summer, the house is about to get a lot more noisy, even chaotic at times. Peace and quiet may start to feel impossible. But today we're sharing meditation strategies to reset, relax, and let go, even when life feels stressful. Best of all, I'm told you don't need a quiet room or a lot of alone time to do this, to practice this. Allison Mangrum is an energy therapist and meditation instructor. She joins me today to share a couple of ways to meditate on the go. It's great to see you.
It's good to see you.
So we know there are a lot of benefits to meditation, but you say the biggest reason actually just comes down to health and happiness.
Yes, I think by now, almost all of us have heard about meditation. We understand there's so many benefits, but one of the things that I love the most about it is that meditation is truly just a way to train your brain, to condition your brain, so that we can begin to think the kind of thoughts that we want to have. We can feel more of the emotions that we want to have. And probably most importantly, we can begin to behave in ways that align with who we really are instead of all too often reacting in ways that don't.
Well, yeah, our brains are always humming and thinking, but you say the thoughts don't necessarily serve us.
Many don't, right? Many of us have thoughts that don't serve us. Many of us have internal dialogue that brings us down or stories we tell ourselves that harm us. And it's important to recognize that just because we think something doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah. You've got a question you like to ask yourself or that you challenge women to ask themselves too.
You know, one of the biggest questions that I ask, we get so caught up on, is this true? Is this right or wrong? Are the thoughts I'm having true and real and facts? And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. The only question that really matters is, does it serve you? Is the story you're telling yourself serving you? Because every story you tell, every belief you have is a choice. So if you're thinking something that doesn't serve you, if you're telling yourself a story that's holding you back, maybe you're somebody that's always told yourself, I'm not good enough. That's not going to serve you in life to have that belief. So when you recognize that and you know that it's a choice, we can use meditation to begin to train your brain so that you can begin to think stories that do lift you up.
You have some simple techniques, Allison, to incorporate into our daily routine that you say actually don't take a lot of extra time. The first one is to connect with your senses.
Yes. So, like you said, kids are home, life is busy. Very few of us can go sit in a quiet room for 20 minutes, right?
Sounds nice, but you're right.
Sounds nice, but the practicality of it gets hard. So this is one of my favorite meditations because you can do it anywhere, doing anything you're doing.
Okay.
So I just want you to pick something that you do every day. Brushing your teeth, a task at work. My favorite way to do it is sitting at home having dinner with my family. And you're going to say, okay, this is my meditation time. So as I'm here, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be present. I'm going to be mindful. Our brains are reflexive organs that need to think. So we're going to give them lots of things to think about. So you're going to think about your 5 senses. What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I smelling, tasting, touching? Maybe that's like feeling like, the fabric on your clothes, or something internal, your breath, your emotion.
You can see how that would immediately ground you to where you are, what you're doing.
Experiencing where you're at instead of being everywhere else. And so as your mind kind of pings, which it does, right? So as you start to think, oh no, I got to go change that load of laundry, or I forgot to finish that work task, or I can't believe so-and-so said that to me. As your mind pings during that moment, you just say, oh yeah, this is my meditation. I'm redirecting. I'm going to really listen to what my kids are saying.
Back to that training, that
brain
training.
Back to that training. I'm going to condition my brain to be here. I'm going to notice what's on their faces. Maybe I pick up on something I miss.
Yes. Love it.
And you're not doing doesn't take any extra time. You're already sitting down with your family eating dinner.
Right.
Now you're connecting more while you're there.
I love that. I do. You've got a second technique to add more happiness into our lives. This involves emotional capacity.
Yes. So I think, all of us have large emotional capacities for the emotions that I call protecting emotions.
Okay.
We're really good at holding things like fear, like anger, right? Sadness, maybe frustration. We're good at holding on to those. One of the things that with working with private clients, they say the most is, I don't know how to let these emotions go. But it's harder for us to gravitate towards the connecting emotions. And it's important to remember that emotions aren't good or bad. There's no moral price tag to what you're feeling. It's just, what do I want more of?
Yeah.
So if I want to connect more, if I want joy, happiness, peace, love, then I need to practice on cultivating and feeling that emotion.
How do we do that?
So a very simple technique is every day I want you to pick something you want more of. Let's say it's happiness. Let's say it's joy. Let's say it's peace. And 8 to 10 times a day, throughout your days, you're doing normal things and you notice that emotion, I want you to pause for a moment and say to yourself, this is peace. And just try to hold it. See if you can hold it for 30 seconds. You'll be amazed at how hard it is to hold for 30 seconds. You know, when you're first waking up in the morning and you hear the birds chirping and nobody else is up yet for a minute, stop and savor that and connect it to your brain so that your brain knows, oh yeah, this is what peace feels like.
I'm assuming the principle, you know, if you water it, it will grow, applies.
Exactly.
But we're energy or thought or attention to
intention
will enhance.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's not just subjectively, oh, I think I feel more peace or I have more joy in life.
Right.
Studies have shown that objectively you begin to change the synapses in your brain. You awaken the areas of your brain that allow you to feel those emotions. And so as you begin to water that area, right, it grows and it becomes easier for you to recognize what is already in your life, but also to hold it longer, which is really important.
Your words are so wise, and these challenges are worthy. I'll be taking them on, Allison. Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome.
Where can we get more information from you?
You can find me on Instagram at Meditate with Allie.
All right, I feel calmer already.
Wonderful.
I don't hear birds, but I feel peace. So thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We'll link you over to her website from ours, studio5.ksl.com.